Tuesday. From U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's the NFC Championship game. Vikings taking on the New Orleans Saints.
But seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by a three-time Pro Bowler, owner of over 35,000 passing yards in 11 seasons, the veteran Andy Dalton.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level.
From the 27, Dalton. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Kamara up the middle. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down. But Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
Here's Dalton. There's Chris Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
They bring pressure there on 3rd down, but this is a nice job of picking it up and making sure their guy has time to deliver the football. And they wind up getting the first down.
From midfield here, Dalton. And he will find his man on the outside. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Dalton. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Well, they clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. And I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. And the catch made by Johnson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Dalton, Olave over the middle. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. Dalton operating in the red zone now. That's Olave bringing in another one. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. He's got it. And he's brought down. And this is good for a 1st down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout. And Dalton to throw. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Saints have struck first in this NFC title game. Forget about the storylines of being intimidated in the playoffs on the road. I mean, that was pretty clinical right there.
Yeah, they didn't treat it like it was a playoff game in January, did they?
No.
That felt much more like, hey, we're back in August, running a few drills in the practice field. They seem unaffected by what they're facing in this one.
Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And just in case you didn't know in the days leading up to the NFC title game, you definitely know now. No rookie quarterback has ever won the Super Bowl. But this is getting towards uncharted territory. This is a monster deal. If this offense believes in him, which I believe that it does, they can be the ones to break that streak. And having spent time around this team, I'm starting to believe they're going to get it done.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 36. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the gun on third down. Rich, open here, Adam Thielen. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. A nice throw there. And this is a quarterback, you remember, looking to do what no other rookie has done, and that's lead his team into the Super Bowl.
And now you've made me go back down memory lane a little bit because we have had a few guys come close. Think about Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Second year in the league, but his first as a full-time starter. I go back to 2000 with the Vikings and Dante Culpepper. Also his first year as a starter. But this would be something I think would be very noteworthy.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Off play action. Rich. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Walking into the stadium, we saw a ton of people donning the jerseys of this rookie quarterback, so you know they love that opening drive, and he throws a touchdown pass.
He gave a little bit of confirmation about what they had hoped, right? Because they thought they had a quarterback. They're thinking they have a quarterback. You do this, they believe they've got a quarterback. Look up, elbowing each other up in the stands. That's our guy.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing, Dalton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Dalton on play action. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Zadarius Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. On the punt, just 2 on the return, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out, but I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Getting the ball is Cook running left. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, it's Cook. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. Cook up the gut. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. 7-7, our score after 1. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rich puts it on the carpet. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. This offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Andy Dalton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Skirts by him at the 35. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And they will take over 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7, Dalton. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Passing, it's Dalton. Forced out, and he goes down. Dalton couldn't get rid of it, and that will be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Fielded just inside the 30.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get it to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He'll dump this off to Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Off the play fake. Rich looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. A give. This is Cook. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Rich. Throw caught there by Osborne. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw. Rich. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Osborne. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
19 Tiger. Looking to throw. Rich. That's complete right around the 8. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Back to throw. Rich. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. 3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. Again, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will push the lead up to 12-7. So when you factor in the safety, this now a 5-point swing.
And look, I'm not going to turn away a 5-point swing because 5 points, that's valuable. Don't get me wrong on this. But if they could have taken that safety and added 7 to it, now you're talking about a really big swing.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. To throw here, Dalton. And he'll just get rid of it. The offense on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Dalton here from the gun. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dalton now to pass.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And that's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Looking to throw. Rich.
They're going back to the same well. It's Hawkinson again. Finding room at midfield. Look at the big fella go. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Back to throw. Rich. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
Touchdown!
Justin Jefferson
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
In the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather. How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, if you've been a dome team all year and used to controlled environment, you need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week. And that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in. So they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes it all away when you get to game day.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. In their locker room, they've got a sign that says defense wins championships. And Charles, they pointed to that this week, said that has to be us. Looking good early.
I like how you saw that because of the bold letters, right? You saw the emphasis that they place on that and what they believe in. And for them, it's every single snap. So it's not just a matter of getting to the quarterback and knocking the ball free. They're trying to read when that ball's going to come free. As soon as those hands separate to throw the ball, they want to be there and have a chance to knock it out.
Handoff comes to Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They run it again with Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. They got the ball in great field position after the fumble, but this defense tried to stand tall.
They certainly are, and a lot of times after you pick up a fumble or get an interception, you have momentum on your side. You kind of walk through a defense and score. Not so fast, not in this case.
Looking to throw. Rich. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. K.J. Osborne from 4 yards out. And the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. This offense hoping to do better than last drive. Remember, they had the fumble that set up the short field, and then they gave up the touchdown CD.
And so many people talk about how you have to have a short memory after you make a mistake in the NFL. I don't totally subscribe to that, partner. I think that you have to remember what you did and figure out how to not do it again. Get out there and execute the next time out. Avoid those errors and get some momentum built back up for your offense.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Dalton. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On the give, this is their fullback. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. Here's Blake Gillikin now. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The throw over the middle taken in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Throwing on first down. Rich. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw again. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. They'll look to throw again.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Dalton's throw complete there to Smith. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And that is no good. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs squaring off against the Cincinnati Bengals. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Godden.